Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Living with X6Y. So I'm here with Michael again. What's up?
How's it going?
So we're going to be talking a little bit about hobbies today. Michael has a fascination with what?
Aviation.
Aviation and airplanes. So being here in San Diego, what's it like being fascinated with airplanes and experiencing flying into this airport?
I've only gotten to flying at night, so I have missed out on some of the fun, but I had done some research about the airport here before ever flying in. It's a very, very dangerous approach, which for me is what makes it kind of fun, because you are so close to, mountaintops and trees and buildings, and so it makes for a very fun approach and a very fast landing, which is always fun as well, because you get to see the plane work.
What is it about flying that you like? Like, what is it that you really enjoy?
Oh gosh, that's a loaded question. Well, for me, I don't like to drive anywhere because it takes too long. When it comes to traveling, thank goodness for flying, because we can get there a lot faster. But it's the aerodynamics of the plane, the way that it operates, the way that it was designed to operate in, crosswinds and things of that nature. So it's just really fun for me. It feels like an adventure every time you get to fly.
And speaking of flying, there's a plane on the incoming right now.
Trying so hard not to look.
So we're gonna take a look at it real quick. What is this?
Oh, Southwest 737.
So for all of you, there it is right there.
It's so crazy.
And so how have you overcome some of the fears, or have you had fears of flying?
I was pretty late when I first flew. I think I was 17, and it's a lot of unknown. People can try to explain to you what it's gonna feel like, the sensation of, taking off and landing and all that jazz. But I don't know. It's exciting. I always love to fly. I always get super excited when I'm about to fly. But once I'm on the plane, you're a passenger. There's nothing you can do to control how the plane flies. You can't control the weather or the air or anything.
Or if it crashes, or if it
that's really terrible. But yeah, it's just, it is what it is. And I just really like every single step of it. I did get to go on a little bit longer of a flight to San Diego this time around, and it wasn't the most enjoyable, but that's only because I'm really tall and I was in the back of the plane, so it wasn't very comfortable ride.
Basically, he missed his flight because he forgot to wake up.
I did.
So for me, like when it comes to flying, I fly a lot for work. I always did for other, when I was a photographer. A mentor told me that the moment that you go through security, you're no longer in control. So whether your flight is late, or it's early, or it crashes, or you have a rough landing, or there's turbulence.
You've got to stop saying crashes.
I know it's not going to crash.
Think about it. Don't.
But that's a lot of people have fear. Like, you really enjoy turbulence.
I do. Yeah. No, it's really fun. And
a lot of people have a really hard time with turbulence.
Yes. So one of the best experiences for me is, I'm also a huge fan of roller coasters, and they're designed sometimes where the coaster will go up, but the track stays down, and so you get what's called airtime, where you leave your seat. And whenever you fly, you do that every single time you take off. So it's kind of a repeat of that sensation. And sometimes in turbulence, your plane will drop suddenly. Don't be worried. It doesn't mean you're going to crash or anything. Same thing. So I don't know. For me, it's fun.
Yeah, I think it's the mindset, right? It's the mindset of like knowing and being, not letting the anxiety take over. And you obviously enjoy it. It's something that
well, and you can do whatever you want in that instance. So like, I live in a very big rural state, I have to drive to get to everything. And so it's almost relaxing in a way because I'm not flying the plane. I'm not, I'm not working. I get to sit back and do whatever it is I want to do, whether it's just reading, listening to music, playing games, what have you. I get to just enjoy it. And then when we land, I'll be, somewhere else across the country.
Yeah, I think flying, if you don't do it a lot, or like for me, even though I've flown so much, depending upon where I fly, I always get this like anxiety of turbulence related. That's what creates the anxiety. For me, what's helped a lot is talking to, and I've also had people like grab my hand in turbulence. I've had where you are landing and then all of a sudden the plane gears up and takes back off.
Oh, that's super fun too.
But you like roller coasters. I mean,
Yes.
I've gone on some roller coasters, but I'm not a fan of going upside down.
Well, you don't go upside down on a commercial plane, guys. For anyone who hasn't flown, don't worry about that. That's not part of what will be happening. But I don't know, because there's so many different variations of, like in order for the plane to take off, you need wind, you need airspeed. It's the same thing with turbulence. It's just you're crossing it. It's a crosswind. And the plane has to adjust to it. Sometimes it'll flutter and go up.
Yep.
Sometimes it'll flutter and go down. Or sometimes it'll pull. But it's kind of like, we've all driven on a highway where there's been a crosswind. And sometimes you feel your car move. Same thing, just on a larger scale.
I think a lot of this has to do with research and understanding and knowing what you're going to get involved with. And so we're going to make another video for all of you. The next video will be about like over research or learning almost everything about like whatever you want to learn about, and then possibly not making the purchase or moving on to a different topic. So this was Michael about aviation in his life. We have hobbies, we can enjoy life and have a great time too, just like everyone else out there. We're gonna let you go before this next plane comes in, so have a great day.